Would you wander amongst the haunted ruins of an 800-year-old castle at 2 a.m. while the world beneath slept?
Hello there, my friends. It is midnight. We're about to leave the world's best car, the Skoda Fabia, and head up there. Where does that lead? Up there! Oh, that looks like an extremely dark and bleak hilltop. I hope I've got some decent footage to show you from later in this video, because right now it's chilly, it's very dark, and there's a bit of haze and even a little bit of rain in the air.
Before we start the short but outrageously steep hike to the hilltop, I wanted to share just a few seconds of footage so that you can see this amazing location in the daylight and really get the feel of this as a true fairy tale location. It might come across a little more menacing at night time, but look at this, one of the greatest hikes I ever did in the snow. Amazing. So, here we go, my friends. We're starting our walk in absolute classic rural style. We're crossing cattle grids, we're looking for the signposts for footpaths, and of course we've got a kissing gate to go through into what looks like a very, very dark route ahead. But what's this? A lost glove and a lost mitten hung on the gate itself? Is that merely there to make it easier for the owners to find them? Or is it a warning of the dangers that lie ahead? Just a side note on the weather we've had recently, they've actually put this stone path up to the entrance to stop it turning into mush and mud, but of course that means just the end of the stone path turns to mush and mud. I just wanted to throw in a couple of clips of the darkness really so that you can see how empty and desolate it feels, but weirdly once you're up on the top of the hill you can see down to the town and it's fine.
Imagine driving roads like this at a time like this. Oh, I just have. I hope that's not my car that's been stolen and is driving away. If we zoom out, look how much it disappears on the fisheye lens, the wide angle of the environment. And then if we zoom in slightly, goodness me, it feels like a very empty open environment here.
Yes, that car footage probably does a really good job at indicating just how open and empty this sort of environment feels in these complete midnight conditions. At least, as I say, until you get to the hilltop when you can then see down to the wonderful town of Llangollen. As we're making good progress up the hillside here, before we reach the ruins, I want to point out I am not truly alone out here on the hillside. Of course, my friends, I am surrounded by sheep, but I don't think they're much company, to be honest. Look at this.
I love the fact that the sheep could not care less. I almost feel insulted that I'm that insignificant of a presence to them that they don't even bother to turn around to look at me, never mind stand up. Hold on tight, my friends, you're about to see something epic. What is this before us opening up? Oh, it's just the epic haunted hilltop ruins of Dinas Bran Castle.
I really don't think that I could ever express how fantastic that moment of revelation is, of walking up and then the ruins almost feeling like they rise up too to meet you over the lip of that little hill. It is absolutely a pure cinematic moment come to life, as this entire location is now. I'm going to show you a lot of footage of us walking around amongst the ruins here. I was on the hilltop for about an hour or so, between maybe 1 and 2, that sort of time. And as you can see, what an environment, what an extraordinary location and set of ruins. So there's loads of ghost stories around here, there's loads of myths and legends, even where the name comes from, there's so many different variations and rumours, and it's only believed, it's not 100% guaranteed, who was responsible for the bulk of the building of this, just that it was probably in the 1200s. But even that 800 years of history on this hilltop isn't even the full story. It goes back to the Iron Age. This is also the site of a previous hill fort, which again starts to stretch you back thousands and thousands of years in time. And my goodness, over 1,000 years, over 2,000 years, nearly 3,000 years maybe. That's a lot of history. That's a lot of lifetimes. That's a lot of experiences and humanity that have stood on this hilltop.
Well, my friends, whatever I could say to you now won't ever do justice to the actual experience of being here. As I expected, it's windy, it's chilly, my hands are going very cold, so I have to keep swapping over the gimbal hand But my goodness, this is epic. This is incredible. And right now, it is just after 1 a.m. And as I say, it's just an absolute honour and a privilege and a magical place to be. We've still got a pretty decent sky above us, so that's so crystal clear, and there's just so few lights out in the hills. I just can't put it into words for you, my friends, but I know some of you will be able to imagine it, and some of you will just look at the footage and hopefully you'll be amazed at what an incredible place this is to just be a real life set of ruins out here in Wales. It's a sort of place that you would only find in a fairy tale, in Lord of the Rings, in Game of Thrones, in Harry Potter, and many other non-listed fantasy series there. Just a magical place.
So what on earth was I actually doing out on the hilltop at this ridiculous hour of the morning? Well, if I'm honest, there are many, many varied reasons that lead me to be this weird, unsettled character who, as my regular viewers will know, waking up at 5 a.m. and going out and starting my day, even though I have no reason to, is just a common practice in my life. And you might have even seen one of my recent videos where I walked up one of the mountains on the opposite side of the valley from Llangollen there. And that was a walk that I left the car at 4:15 a.m. and that was it. I was at that point walking up the mountain in the middle of winter in the dark. Maybe not the brightest of ideas, but in all seriousness though, because of my terrible trouble sleeping, my general restlessness when I'm awake, that I'm like, right, let's do something, let's do something. The idea of going to spooky, haunted hilltop castle ruins is about as an appealing place that you could possibly put within a short drive of me. And like I say, look at this, 20 to 2 in the morning. And I'll be honest, it is an absolute privilege to be in places like that. Out of the hour or so that I spent looking out for ghosts on the hilltop, I'm disappointed to say I didn't spot anything, but I probably spent 20 minutes or so filming and recording and getting interesting footage, and maybe 40 minutes literally just hanging around in the dark. And there is some sort of strange, peaceful feeling that does come over you after a certain point. You've definitely got to make sure that you're wrapped up in the correct clothes, and also it helps a lot if you angle yourself so that the ruins are shielding you from the constantly blowing wind up there. But after a certain point, you have to say it's time to go to bed, and so I did. I'd like to thank you for watching this video and joining me on an exploration of a truly extraordinary hilltop set of ruins. I'd also like to thank my YouTube channel members, Facebook subscribers, Coffee and PayPal supporters. Without you, as I've said, half of the adventures of the last 12 months simply wouldn't have happened, so please do consider becoming a supporter if you haven't already. And I'll leave some Amazon associate links down below as well. If you buy through those, I will get a commission. So it's an excellent way to support these videos if you're looking at getting some of the gear you might see in the videos already, such as the torches. I'll leave some links to those down below so you can see exactly what they are. On that note, my friends, until the next time, keep it interesting, keep it haunted hilltop worthy, have a fantastic day, and of course, my friends, farewell.